All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming in to Module 1. So the very first thing that I want to talk about in Module 1 is a principle that I pulled up in my book, and I mentioned it quite a bit here in my book, Finding My Voice. What we're going to do throughout these modules here, folks, I'm going to share stories with you. I am not under the illusion here that I have some secret formula that I've discovered that nobody else in the history of time has ever been able to come up with. What I do have to share are my stories. And my hope is that my stories will inspire you to look at your own situation. Maybe you'll be able to borrow a couple pieces from what works for me as I go through and explain these things that work for me. Maybe you'll be able to find a couple of things that you can borrow, or maybe that will inspire you to take a couple of my ideas and tweak them to make them fit your world. That's the entire basis of what we're here for, is to be able to share these stories back and forth and to find what works for you. Okay, good. Let's dive into Module 1. For me, if I'm going to hit a downward slope at any part of the day, that's going to happen almost immediately as soon as I wake up. Now, we've heard the term before, negative self-talk, or maybe there are tapes that play in your head, records that play in your head. It goes by a number of names. I'll just go ahead and call it negative self-talk. For me, that negative self-talk starts as soon as I wake up in the morning. Now, to combat this, I've done a couple of things that I want to share with you. First and foremost, what I do is I get up out of bed and I go do something. I don't just sit there and hit the snooze bar or wait or hope that it goes away. No, for me, I've got to take some active effort to get my mind on other things. Usually that involves exercise. So within about the first 10 minutes that I'm up, I'm usually outside and I'm usually out doing some kind of exercise. Now, there are all kinds of studies out there that talk about the mental benefits, the emotional, psychological benefits of doing exercise. Now, depending upon what study you look at, some people say that could be 20 minutes, some people say that needs to be 40 minutes. Either way, folks, any kind of exercise that you can do will be a big deal. And for me, it helps me tremendously to get up and get moving. And it helps me get my head in positive headspace, and I'm back in a good frame of mind. So when I get back to the house half an hour later, 45 minutes later, I am completely in a different frame of mind and I'm ready to tackle the day. So that's the very first thing that I wanted to bring up. Now, what actually enables me to do that? What enables me to get up and get going that quickly? Folks, for me, a really good today actually starts the night before. It starts with being disciplined enough to get to bed at a decent time and get up at a decent time. Now, for me, getting to bed at a decent time, that's not the easiest thing in the world, because when it's really time when I should be getting asleep, I don't feel like getting to sleep. I don't feel like going to bed. I don't feel like wrapping up my day yet. So it is a discipline. I usually feel like, there's a couple more things I want to get done. So I usually feel like I'm kind of cutting things short to get in bed at a decent time. But every time I do it, it pays huge dividends because I can get up in the morning and get rolling. So those are the first two pieces that I want to share. A couple blocks in the foundation. We've got several more blocks to go that we're going to share in the modules that I'm going to present to you. We have even more dynamite content in the premium modules that I'm going to talk with you about next time around. So be looking forward to that. Thanks so much. What I'd like for you to do is look down beneath this video or elsewhere on the page. You should see a comment section. Leave your comments for me. I would love to hear what you have to say about this video and a couple more that we have coming up. All right? Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in the next two videos. Bye-bye.